Hello, my lovely, wonderful people. Welcome back to Spice Channel TV. The president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, Mr. Joe Ajero, has said what organized labor wants to hear is that the federal government wants to consult with the OPS and the trade union over the new minimum wage. So guys, the labor leaders, they are still talking about the new minimum wage. Discussions are ongoing. Joe Ajero said the federal government is trying to hide under the state governors by not submitting the new minimum wage proposal to the National Assembly. And yes, it seems that the federal government must put their house in order before coming to the labor, because all they want to hear is that they've consulted with the governors and they are waiting for a response, a positive feedback, because the government is kind of delaying this process, and this shows the incompetence of the government and their lack of serious understanding of what they should really do. So they are bringing this to the limelight that they have to fix their house in order so they can come up with one voice. The federal government is saying one thing, the state governors are saying another, that they can't afford the sum of 60,000 as the minimum wage. The FG is talking about 62,000. Not, it's not half of what the labor leaders are demanding. So the federal government, as it seems, they are trying to hide under the state governors. The state governors that claim that they cannot pay the minimum wage, and now the federal government is yet to take their demands to the National Assembly for approval. So my country people, we are still on this NLC's debate. I wonder why these labor leaders are delaying this thing, because this topic has been delayed, and we don't want this to be another scenario whereby the federal government gets to sweep this under the carpet once more and then everything dies down. The federal government is talking about giving the labor leaders 62,000 as the approved minimum wage, but the labor leaders are insisting on 250,000 naira. The governors forum, they've said no, they cannot afford even 60,000 naira. So the federal government now is yet to bring its final proposal to the labor leaders so they can conclude on which way they would go. But it seems that the NLC itself, they are not serious. So it seems that the NLC themselves, they are not serious. Now them they do themselves, because I don't really know what they want. They are not pushing this, they are not pushing this as they should. They are not pushing this. Had it been it was the era of Adams Oshomole when he was the NLC president back then, he won't accept this trash from the federal government. Comrade Adams Oshomole, no, no, no. But it seems that these new executives, these NLC executives, they tend to delay this process. They are not willful. They are not pushful. In fact, they are just lagging behind. So the fate of the workers is at the hands of these NLC leaders. And they are yet to take the bull by the horns. They are still playing and romancing with the federal government and the state governors. They have not made their demands known. Yes, they've made their demands that they are demanding 250,000 as the approved new minimum wage. The federal government is saying no. I mean, these guys had threatened to embark on a strike after 1 week ultimatum to the government. And afterwards, nothing. I mean, it seems that they will just come out and make noise and use the Nigerian workers, to hold strike. And at the end of the day, nothing tangible comes out from that strike. I mean, the strike, it would be just for nothing. So this NLC leadership, they've so far shown, failure. They've shown failure so far, because their movements have not brought about anything. It's not a fruitful movement. It's the same old story, the same old story. They come out, making noise here and there, trying to say that they would hold strike, and then after a day the government will call them to a closed door meeting, and that will be the end of the strike. No tangible agreement, nothing. I can't believe that till date the government is yet to agree with the NLC leaders over the new minimum wage. But when it comes to approving presidential jet for the president, the Senate, they will be number one. They will hurriedly approve that particular aspect. But when it comes to the demands of the Nigerian workers, no, that one is not a priority for them. They are not concerned about the welfare of the masses. But when it comes to, approving things that doesn't concern the welfare of the masses, you will see the Senate, the National Assembly, they will be quick to do that. The presidency, they would hurriedly run to the Senate for approval. But see, they are yet to take the demands of the NLC to the National Assembly. So my country people, these NLC leaders, now them they do themselves, because they are not serious. And the federal government, they use them play. The way why they see this matter, the federal government, Tinubu's administration, the Nigerian governors, they are using these NLC leaders to play. So the earlier they know this, the better for them, that they are just toiling with them, toiling with their intelligence, and they don't know. Well, it seems that they've not pushed harder, because if they push harder, then they will really get what they want. But at any slightest, call for strike, they put on hold. They won't, after everything, we are still talking about the NLC minimum wage. We are still talking about the minimum wage and how they can approve their 250,000 naira. So we are still at these discussions even till now. So my country people, the state governors have said they won't be able to pay the sum of 60,000 because they cannot afford it. And the new minimum wage, implementing it would make many states to go bankrupt. These are the excuses of the state governors. But you see, these same state governors that are claiming that they will go bankrupt if they pay the Nigerian workers the new minimum wage, when it comes to buying cars, exotic cars, luxurious cars for themselves, the deputies, the House of Assembly members, they buy them luxurious cars. But then when it comes to the interest of the Nigerian workers, the states suddenly will become bankrupt because they cannot afford to pay workers, but they can afford to buy themselves cars, luxurious cars. So guys, I'm dropping here. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Thank you. Bye.